100.3 FM. Creator of Energy Healing by Design, Nicole Ashton, a world-renowned healer and luminary whose life after death experience has allowed her the gift of empowering people around the globe to heal and grow into their true authentic space. Nicole, with her natural connection to Source, which has remained open since her return, will help you and your family find the frequency of gratitude and patient love that will assist you in awakening your soul's design. We now welcome you to Return to Consciousness with your host, Nicole.
Hello, all you beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Return to Consciousness. This is our second episode in 2021. Super excited. This year, we are going to focus on joy. We're going to focus on bringing in meditation, bringing in the spirit, and really setting free the limitations of what other people think. Bless your hearts, and to all of you that have sent some emails and things telling us, sharing with us what you want more of. It's the meditation, it's the connection. And when I read the emails, I realized it's time to step out of the comfort zone and not worry what other people are thinking when I'm talking about spirits, when I'm talking about talking to angels, talking to this inborn gift that I've had since I was younger, and to be able to stand and hold healing spaces. And this amazing gift that I've shared with the world, that April has shared with the world. We are just breaking those, or we're going to dissolve those limits of being, I don't know if it was a fearful or worried that we'd make somebody uncomfortable. And this year it is not about negotiation, who we are to make other people feel comfortable. And so it's going to be slammed funness with meditation, connection, and if when spirits come through and I am guided to talk to them, I'm going to. So this is completely spirit guided. And again, this is Return to Consciousness. I'm your host, Nicole Ashton, and
I'm April Betty.
And we are super excited to just stretch, be out there and really share what everybody's capable of. Everybody is capable of sitting in silence, taking those moments and connecting to spirit. It is possible. So we once were a little baby child, and we would communicate with the spirits, and we would be sensitive. Spirits are an energy. Everything in the universe, everything in our existence is energy. It's energy in motion. It's energy resonating at a different frequency, a different vibration. And when your body is aligned to who you are, it starts with you. Healing starts with you. Communication starts with you. Trust starts with you. When you start grounding in who you are and knowing beyond a shadow of doubt, you're the only one. You're the only you. No one else can be you. So shine your gifts bright. They may look like each other's, they may feel like each other's, but no one can do what you do. No one was born at that exact moment, that exact time, the exact year, to those exact parents. No one but you. So we're going to open this up to a meditation in the beginning. Get us grounded. Let's see if this guides the radio in a harmonious way. Because I was told that the second half of the radio is always really full of information that's smooth. So so how about we try that this time?
I think that's a good idea. I did have something to say about you, not you, but like for me, when I know that I'm like really just being me and I'm like with me and I like love me and I'm good with me, is when I come from such a great space of love that no matter what other people are doing, I'm so happy for them. Like I'm not trying to compete. I'm not trying to one up. I'm not trying to impress. I'm not trying to define what this or that is. I'm just like, I'm so happy for you. Like you're shining, your brightness makes my heart happy. So I know when I'm happy with myself, it's easier to just be me, and the way I judge it is by when I see someone else and if I'm happy for them or if I'm envious. And if I'm being envious in a bad way, then I need to go back to center and get realigned with myself. So I just wanted to share that before the meditation.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. And that is the greatest, one of the greatest gifts one can have is to step out of the judgment, because as a representative or as a practitioner or as a master, as a so on of unconditional love, of creation, when you're an influencer, there's no room for competition. I mean, there's not. You add to each other. When you finally realize that, and most of us should know that there's an abundance of life force and there's an abundance of people, and there's only a handful compared to the millions of people here now. There's only a handful of us workers that show up and help. And so when you step out of that competition and you're teaching unconditional love, always remember, when I've taught this for a very long time, it is impossible to be in unconditional love while in judgment. The two do not match frequency wise at all. So when you are having that spout of judgment, of what's that word used then? Envious. Then, man, that is a perfect opportunity to show yourself unconditional love and sit with yourself and ask yourself why you feel that way. Because that's the most important thing we can do, is grow individually, independently. And that's when your light shines, is when you know you love you, and you have the ability to unconditionally love everybody that's in your presence. And that is true, like self-mastery, I guess. Sometimes I don't like that word, but not that I don't like it. Yeah, the mastery. Yeah. Mastery. Maybe it's just thrown around too much. I'm unsure.
Maybe. And I think, too, when you're sitting with yourself, like when you're behaving like that, if you're able to go inward, just go as deep as you can. Just be like, why am I feeling this way? What is it inside of me that's bothering me? And take it inward and take a good look at yourself. And that's when you have big breakthroughs with yourself to get back to unconditional love. I've sat in a lot of that.
Yeah. And I think the hardest person to love is you.
But then it's the easiest, too.
I'm looking at you, not you. And again, I've shared that before, that being in joy and living my life in love with life after I died and came back, and really finding the best of everything. When you've had nothing, when you can't walk, you can't talk, you learn to just love every little thing. But then I realized I learned to love every little thing and everyone else's happiness, and I found out that there was something missing. I didn't love me because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was without you guys, without doing my work, and that's one thing I'm working on. And I feel like a lot of light workers, way showers, light walkers, people that are showing up right now, bridging information. So yay, we have a lot today. I did send some emails out. I did send some information out saying we were connected to Spirit. It's about you guys. This is your radio station, always has been. And I did have Spirit show up in my room last night saying, Nicole, we are asking you to share messages. And I don't know who they're from. I don't know if they'll come back. That's the thing with, I don't convince you that I'm real. I don't convince you that you need to be healed. I don't do that. What I do is I share opportunities for you to dive deep down and ask hard questions. And some of the stuff resonates and some might not. And that is okay. That is okay.
And some may come later. So you could shelf it for later. Because something you say someone will remember, and then later they'll be like, that's what it was.
And I'm going to do my best at paying attention to time. I just realized fun. So the simplest things can create greatness. The simplest things, such as breath. Wow, something that we were just born with, innately knowing how to do in this body that functions so amazing. Can you imagine you're eating a sandwich? You don't even tell your body what to do. It just does it. As a little baby child, you drink milk, you process, you pee it out. Wow. Never a thought to that process, and never a thought to breath. Something that is so innately available to you. So I'm going to invite you to, as we're connecting to Spirit, and you're feeling your own body, why that's important is because when a spirit steps in, when an energy moves in, you'll feel it. And make sure it's of the light. Make sure it's an ancestor, and ask if it's for your highest good. And you'll get people bumps. That's the same as goosebumps, but we're people, so it's spirit people bumps. And as you are going into your simplest breath, it will connect you to the universal love, which is the solvent for the soul. It's a solvent for all of us. That's what glues us together, is this breath. So imagine you're moving through the universe every day. You're breathing in the universe, and it connects us to each other. So I invite you to take a deep breath in. Count to 7, hold 7, and release 7. This will connect you to that, the very purest breath. The spirit actually moves through you, around you with that breath. And 777s are miracles. And so when I was shown those numbers this morning, it really resonated with breathing in, hold, and out. And tap your heart space if you choose. Now feel, sense, know, smell. What is it that is circling you, and who are you connecting with? And as you open up that delightful gateway of pure love consciousness, and you connect yourself to the God source, creator of all that is, you're feeling this energy move down the top of your head, inviting a message to come through that is for your highest good. You're going to feel this wave of light moving down your body, clearing and cleansing the energy centers in your body. In the science, they call that the wills or the centers. In Eastern medicine, in Sanskrit, they're called chakras. They hold a color, a frequency, and a sound. Listen as your body is being cleared and awakened to the light that you are, that soulful self, that joyful self. And it's going to move down into the heart core of Mother Earth. You're going to anchor in your divine plan, your soul's design, all that is of creation within inside of you. This is a time and a space where you can be one with all, with no thoughts, no emotions of negativity or separation, of duality. Feel yourself raise inside of your body as the soul that you are. That pure consciousness is moving in your body. You'll feel a tunnel of light get stronger and stronger as individually you are all put in your individual pillars of light. So nothing can interrupt you except for your highest good, and that is for you. And feel, sense, or know. Allow yourself to open your heart. That's where you're going to feel those ancestors. That's where you're going to feel those angels. That's where you're going to feel that communication. Feel your heart tingle, expand, a warmth, a cold. And in your left hand, I invite you to put palms up, and some may feel hot tingles, coldness, sparkles, or tingles. And in your feet. And some might feel heavy. And if you're experiencing that heaviness, take your right hand and place it on wherever in your body you're experiencing pain or heaviness. And if you're not experiencing that, take your left hand and put it on your heart and add more. Add more light. Add more joy. And anyone with the heaviness, breathe through your nose, that white delight. Breathe it right into that emotional space in your body where you're holding something. And like an onion, you have layers and layers of emotions, and people in this world right now especially, they ingest way more than their body can handle. So it will hold in certain spots of your body, and it feels like somebody has it in their lower stomach really, really bad. So you're going to breathe in to your stomach, and you're going to feel your stomach gurgle and bubble up. And then it's going to move out to the bottom of your feet and into a beautiful ball of red. I've created this as the phoenix so that it will rebirth this energy and not send it to Mother Earth. It will rebirth your energy that you need, and it will send or just dissolve whatever isn't serving the highest good. Now allow yourself to have these cycles. You're going to feel a compression on your chest. It's a heart chakra release, and it's amazing. And breathe into that and breathe that emotion out. We're going to run these for 2 hours and do 9. That's a lot of heart chakra releases at this time. Breathe in and breathe out. Really have a sense of what your body's feeling like and emotions that you're having. And if they happen to be uncomfortable, give gratitude. They're leaving your memory cells in your body. You don't have to relive them again. You can release through thought and add light and take up that space that heaviness has been holding for so many years. And as you breathe in, you'll feel it just move through you and around you, not sticking to you. Your body, your energy in your body, this design that you are, is very fluid, very flowy. And as you're in the present now, you bring yourself to center. See if you can feel maybe some touch. Somebody has some like little flutters on their arms. And it is somebody's ancestors, like it's on the left arm, is moving on the forearm up and down, rubbing your arm, allowing you to remember you're loved. And this person's depressed, reminding you of the good times. So maybe think of your grandma, and it's a grandma that you are by a river or lake. There's a grandpa in a family. If this resonates with you, there's a lot more coming in. So as that has happened, I shared what is happening with one, and now another. It's a little teeny baby child, maybe 2. And this baby child is in the arms or the heart of is this your baby?
I don't know, because I could feel like a little child on my right hand, just
Okay.
like tapping my hand, but I don't know if it's my child.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Little boy.
Yeah, little boy.
And as we're connecting with those ones that have crossed, he's with Quinn. He's with the my grandbaby boy. That's wow. And as this is happening, really through the second half, in the second half, we will continue this. We only have 6 minutes, so I'm just allowing people to kind of be like, or the energy will flow through you. Stay in your uninterrupted place. Maybe go when the break comes, grab a paper and write down what's coming to you. Write down the sensations, what you're feeling. Someone smells their mom. There's a smell of fragrance. And the only thing I have to translate, the only thing that I know, smelled, or seen, and I can see paninis. Is there such? Paninis are pink, and they have a
Flower.
yeah, and that must have been the grandma's perfume for somebody. And so see, by these little things, the simple little messages that are with you all the time, you can seek more of that. The angels, guides, and ancestors, when you open up to this, they want to share more with you, because they realize that you are at a frequency, energy that you can hear. You're intuitive enough to feel and sense and know them without creating a negative thought. Because sometimes when the spirits, they'll connect to you, or they'll send a message, or they'll move something, 90% of people will turn it into a negative, and then that negative really becomes real. And that is why it's so important to open your sacred space, bring in this tunnel of light. Is there anything you want to share?
Well, I connected right away with like a swirl of little kids, and it just reminded me because in my playroom, like the kids used to come and play in there, and my kids would be like, "What are you talking about?" It's just the kids because they were just spirits, and really you would hear toys go off and stuff, and so I had connected right away, and I did feel someone over here, but I didn't connect. It was my son, so I wasn't sure, but I'm always open to it anyway. So that's like I like that.
And sometimes, because of the emotions that we have for our family members, we don't feel them right off either because it's hard. So when someone says it right there, I recognize that, and you're like, oh, you've been there all along, and I felt you. But it sometimes we'll move away the energy because it's so painful in the beginning, and so he's getting closer. He's crawling up on your lap.
Oh. Well, that's funny because I was wearing his bracelet too. It says Anthony on it.
Yeah, that's crazy. You can't. You know what? This stuff just happens. We didn't even really know we were gonna do this kind of radio till I think I don't even know when I made the video. And there is a teenager here, a young girl that wants me to share her message, which we will in the second half because it feels like it's going to take a lot of concentration on my part. And I'm not sure how I can interact on Facebook through the comments right now. I'll try, and when we take that small break. And if this message is for you from your daughter, please feel free to ask questions and reach out because they're showing up the spirits are showing up in droves right now, getting messages across to loved ones. And most of the messages have a similar story or a similar love. And it is that love each other unconditionally, love yourself, and know this too shall pass. And almost everyone that has come through and shared this week, which I've had a lot, I don't talk to the spirits usually. I talk to the angels and do completely different work, but they're coming through a lot because they want you to know it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And there's somebody in their 40s right now, 40 to 43, a lady, that you are going to be okay. And I'm looking at you right now, and you are going to be okay. We are sending angels and love right now. So whoever is open-hearted and has that lightness in their heart, and share love to this lady that is between 40, 43. It has sandy blonde hair and is really falling. I see her falling into the bottle. We love you. Recovery is hard, and we're all having some kind of journey that is walking us through old addictions, old patterns, and so on. And we feel you, we see you, and keep listening. And you're more than welcome to reach out. And the second half is coming up in a minute, and we'll go ahead and I'll see how I can connect to this teenager as she shares her message with us.
That was good. Thank you for sharing.
We still have a few more minutes, but I don't want to go in and interrupt it, but it's amazing how calm it is today and how the show is going. And again, please let us know what works for you, what you're seeking more of, and the negative people that send stuff. I love you anyways, and I trust that one day you will love yourself enough to find what fits you, to find unconditional love for yourself, because I'm not your enemy. April's not your enemy. And so we're sending all our loves to them too.
And the beauty is you could do all of this yourself too. Everybody could tap into it.
So in the second half, we're gonna stay in this energy. Go grab your pen and paper and write down any questions that are coming back to you.
band. I'm a harpsichord, I'm a clarinet.
Next on Footlight Parade, we take a listen to what some of our most imaginative songwriters can do with metaphors. I'm Bill Rudman, inviting you to join me each week right here as we celebrate sounds of the American musical.
Footlight Parade, Sunday evenings at 8 on Radio St. George 100.3 FM.
The DSU Wellness Center will be hosting sexual awareness presentations on February 9th and 10th. February 9th, Understanding STIs and Contraception at 1:30 p.m. on Zoom. Meeting ID 837-5492-8149. On February 10th, Sexual Awareness at 1:30 p.m. in the Gardner Living Room. Looking for somewhere to work out on campus? The Human Performance Center is Dixie State's new recreation center, and it is available to all current students, faculty, and staff. Make a reservation on our website, hpc.dixie.edu, and come check out our fully equipped facility. The HPC has something for everyone with 2 floors of weight and cardio equipment, an Olympic-sized swimming pool, a climbing and bouldering wall, pickleball courts, and both indoor and outdoor basketball courts and running tracks. Make your reservation and come to the HPC today.
You can listen to Radio St. George anywhere with the TuneIn app. Download the TuneIn app from iTunes or Google Play and add Radio St. George, and then enjoy Radio St. George anywhere. Radio St. George on the TuneIn app.
Your home for nightly old-time radio. Radio St. George at 100.3 FM.
You're listening to Radio St. George 100.3 FM. We now welcome you back to Return to Consciousness with your host, Nicole.
Hello, all you amazing souls out there. What an amazing first half. I love this. We did get some responses saying that it's super amazing and that people are moving into their spaces. As far as April did share with me that about the tunnel or the pillar of light. How did that help
When you put me in the pillar of light, I was like, it felt so good. I was just like, let me stay here forever. No one could touch me. No one could talk to me. I'm just like right here.
And that is that April said I put her there, but I just guided her there. She put herself there, as you all do. You have the abilities to, and that's really important to remember that you can call down that white light. You can put a pillar of light around you, not to allow anything except for your highest good in or to communicate with you, because there's so much collectively going on right now that the interference of the air quote dark side, the air quote this and that, I say air quote because there's so many, ideas of what hits us, from frequencies to demons to this to that. There's just so many that I would rather just say that there's something out there for everyone that is troublesome right now. And it is the collective, and mostly I see the people talking about all this duality and separation, and that's what's kind of happening. So remember that, you sensitive souls, that what is happening in the world right now, is none of your business. Because when you think of that, I'm not being rude, but when you think that's none of my business right now, especially if it's upsetting you. And why I say none of my business is it gives almost like a command. No, not right now. I don't want to feel that way. And there's nothing resolved, or there's nothing that I can help right now. So I'm just like, it's none of my business. No, thank you. Please warn me if something needs to happen. But until then, just send me the truth of what I need to evolve. And the most amazing thing is, as you shine your light, as you connect to everything above and everything below, you will start to sense that your world begins to be a ripple effect, an echo, and imagine and vision all of us in this beautiful, delightful light, and soul by soul, person by person. I mean, we can do it. We've witnessed it just here in St. George with our gatherings with all these beautiful people that have different events and things. So we're all different. We all do things our different way, but there's an unconditional love community here that is just beautiful.
You know what I keep hearing? Stay in your own lane. So that might just be a message for me, because there is so much, like, I'm pretty easygoing. And so for me, if I tell myself, like, well, there's a lot going on out here in the world, I feel like that's true. And it's like there's so many people doing all this stuff. And for me, I just have to remember, April, stay in your own lane, because there is a lot going on. And it won't serve me to swerve into other people's lanes. And there's no point, And I notice what I've been doing myself lately is I keep doing this thing. I'm sending this back to the sender. I do it all the time now. Because whenever, like, I feel like someone else is something's barfing over on me, I'm like, sending that back. I should send it with love. Maybe that's the next step.
In my sessions, when we create these pillars of light and we bring in the person's energies and extend it out, and we teach that everything moves through you and within you, and as the swirl, sometimes you can look around your pillar of light, you swirl it with blue, such as the water, the ocean, and then you tell that energy, or you share that energy. You're like, send it back, send a blessing that they need, because sometimes we think we know what people need, but we don't. So you, without an intention, just send the blessing of what they need, and then it just like rolls around you, and you just get to love unconditionally. And
when I was in that pillar, I actually was in there with blue, the color blue. So thank you for connecting that. I will be sending back to sender with blue.
Alrighty, we are going to go ahead and re-engage that beautiful light of white, that pillar. Create it whatever feels good to you. You might close your eyes, see a diamond flame. I see a lot of purple people today. Not purple people, but a lot of people have purple today. You have to have joy too when you do this work, because there's a lot of seriousness in this. The cute little teenagers that's standing behind you. You might feel her. Your cheeks are going pink. You feel her?
Yeah, I do feel her.
She might make you throw up a little bit, just because she's really emotional. So
okay,
breathe in it and then say it's not yours. In your head, it's not mine.
She feels peaceful though.
Mm-hmm.
Is she over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's emotion, and this is for her daddy.
It's really cold over here. Just letting you know. Scoot over.
She says that she loves you with all of her everything, that she didn't mean to, but yet she couldn't have had it any other way. Must have been an accidental overdose. And she's asking me without words to surround you with a light of love and say that you did amazing. Not only the best you could, you went above and beyond, worked through your own stuff, your own struggles, your own demons, and you're still there, the best that you could be, and she loves you so much. And she asks if you can take a deep breath in, and on the out breath, let her go. Whew. And why this is, she says, Daddy, I will come back stronger, but I need to go right now. And why this is when they have these kind of incidences where they have, the way she crossed over, the way she went, she gets opportunity now to go in the light, and I'll guide her there, and we will clear your heart and help you the best that we can. But right now, she's saying, breathe in. And on the out breath, see her in joy. And she says she will be back. And to this daddy, she's on one side, I think it's on the left side of the cheek. You're going to feel this little kiss. She used to do something, she used to do something to your face. She's touching your face in some way. So that must have been her daddy kind of thing. Like, Dad. And so she's leaving. You're going to feel it move up. She's going to move away because it's a lot for us in this room. Then take a deep breath in, and you're gonna just feel her love and surround you and move into a space of joy, happiness, and love. And that's how she wants you to see her, because that's how she wants to see her. Now put your arms out and then just give yourself a big, big hug, because that was not something I was expecting. So we are sending you a lot of love. If you need help with that after, you can reach out my Facebook or Nicole Ashton, energyhealingbydesign.com. Anything, any way that you need to. So you feel the coldness has hot, and then your cheeks are not pink, and you're feeling okay.
Yeah, she is really happy. You could just see her running away, very happy.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So this kind of work is amazing, and it's so fulfilling to be able to tap into that heart-to-heart connection. And I'm going to invite you to, if you want to communicate with somebody or you have a question, send it to me on energyhealingbydesign@gmail.com, or give me a call or my office a call at 435-319-0951, and have either text your question. If some people don't dare ask them, and that's okay, we understand, but ask the random question, and I will answer them. We will connect to them, and we'll help the best of what we can. This goes for someone's crossing over. Or releasing that heart space, helping in that way. And we also, the healing part, write us what your elements are, or be open to a healing on air, and we will start doing them. And as they go pretty quick, we only have 14 minutes left. So the sooner you get it in, the sooner you'll get that question. Because last time I did this, we had quite an overload, which I love it, but we only have like a total of 40 minutes, I think, or 45 minutes. So how are you feeling?
Good. I feel good. It's like that feeling that you just want it to stay forever, because it's so calm and peaceful and perfect. And that's just like, if we could be in this space all the time. It's just a beautiful space.
If we could be in this space all the time, how about we share more about how you can? So I think the idea of always feeling happy and always feeling I'm in this space, and so it means I have to be happy, or if I'm not in this space, I'm not, or sorry, if I'm not happy, I'm still connected to her, sorry. If things are in chaos, or if things aren't working out in a certain alignment, then I must not be centered. A way to practice in the beginning, because most of you aren't, because you haven't learned how to be in harmony through the chaos. Say, wow, go back to center. And when do you start? I don't know how long it took me, because I learned it when I crossed over, and then 18 months of being in and learning to walk and talk, like I somewhere along the line learned it, but so I'm not really sure how long it took for me, and I know it's different for everybody. But tap your heart and feel that. Go back to center, no matter how much chaos is happening. And can you feel that automatically turn around or move around you? What does this feel like if I shut your energy off?
We did that the other day.
Mm-hmm. So let's do that now, and then you bring it back. So I'm gonna, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you're like, ooh.
Okay, I feel it.
Now, and through your heart, tap it. Breathe in. Ooh, see? Yeah. And the thing is being the steps to do this is be so aware of you and love yourself so much that you are like, I'm not feeling like this right now. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you don't know when to say, lifeline. Yeah. And then you're like, holy snap, I'm my own lifeline. This is the most amazing thing ever.
So do you want to give me a thing to say when I tap my heart to get back there quick? Because it might be a tool I'm going to need in the next few weeks.
It's always like a gratitude. I'll vision. I'm a visionary, and like I vision, and so when I can feel that I'm heavy or in somewhere, I'll just automatically know to take the three fingers, and I'm like, I am whole. Yeah. Or I sometimes when somebody has like pulled a lot of my energy, I will say I am Nicole.
Oh, I like that.
Like no one can be me, and I can't be you, and I don't want to. So when I feel that string sucking my energy, I'm like, I'm Nicole, right here, and that's like a more of a making sure that you have your energy back. Then you visualize the light going around you, or you just know it's spinning around you, and you connect to everything above. And then I say I'm connected to everything above and all that and everything below. And then it just becomes you'll know what you need. And some days it's like, I am strength.
Oh, okay, I love that.
I am gratitude, and then I always go into gratitude. Well, thank you for me knowing how to do this.
Okay.
And mine is thank you for bringing me back to share it. That's my every time. Like it just gets me because I am in so much gratitude that I was given the opportunity to come back. Not only once, it's 2 or 3 times that I crossed over.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Everyone in my house is gonna hate me because I'm gonna be like,
no.
I'm gonna be like, I'm April Betty. I'm kidding. They're not gonna hate me. They're gonna make fun of me. Just one more thing to add.
And you can just add joy to that. Be like, thank you for making fun of me because now I have someone to make fun of me with. That's what I always say.
That's good.
I'm like, thank you for joining me. I got friends.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's cute.
And as not to take away from the teenager, the beautiful daughter girl that was here, it's that when you are in a constant suffering state, then sometimes most of the time, almost all the time, you don't get the message that the ones crossed over are trying to share with you, and you also don't experience joy. And when you go into a room where, which I have plenty of times, and I'm sure you have too, is you go into a room and everybody is like suffering of something because I work with a lot of people with illnesses and diseases and a lot of children. But I have watched over the years that if I'm in joy, and I even had a worker one time tell me, she's like, how can you even be happy when you step here? Are you she thought something really negative about my joy. I'm like, don't take my joy away. I'm Nicole Joy. Just kidding.
She's back.
She's back. Anyway, I went in there and I said, watch this. Watch how this feels. Not necessarily to even watch. See how this feels. So I walked in and I'm like, went there with the kids and I was holding them and doing what I do, but I was just really feeling their emotions because I'm an empath, so I can do that. And she's just like, it just stayed the same. And then we went out and I told her what I was going to do the second time. Went in and I had got joy and I remembered some of not got joy. I had remembered some stories and I was sharing with her some of the things that the kids were going on with the kids that were amazing, even though they can't move and there's some things in their visions and they're trying to write they can do. I said, you find joy in that and watch how fun it is. So I go in and went to each child of what they could do. Mind you, they don't move. They don't move, and some of them can't even talk. But guess what? You could tap into one of them loved the ocean. Put more of the ocean on for her. Watch this. This child loves to have her feet in the water. This one loves you to rub the inside of her hands. This one loves you to move her butt every once in a while because her spine hurts. Watch this. Watch these little things of joy. I could not have done that while I was sitting there holding them and suffering with them. I couldn't have. It wouldn't have worked. And then she got it, and I think she did. She never called me again. So I don't know. I was like, oh, moment. Just kidding. Their parents did, but that nurse didn't. Interesting. So, but think of that. And you can feel it right here. And that's like, we're not taking away from the experience of what happened to people and the ones that have crossed over, but we're reminding you that you're still living And why I can say that with so much love in my heart is because it's coming from your ancestors. You're still living. So, interesting. Again, I have a lot of interesting things. This weekend, I didn't realize Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you and to everybody. Nice, beautiful outfit that you look like a little kiss.
Oh.
Or like those little heart things.
The chocolate kiss.
And then they have the hearts in the little box. Were my favorite when I was little. Oh, yeah. I can't remember what they were called. But this is like the best Valentine's I've had because my grandma was buried on Valentine's and my aunt died on Valentine's, and I've never really cared for it, and I usually hide or travel somewhere, and I am getting it. Like, this is an aha moment for me. So the guy's daughter showed up yesterday, and now I'm putting three and three together.
Two and two
together. Yeah, I'm out there. But now I'm putting it why they're like, I need to live too. I like these days, this time of the year, and on Sunday I probably would have had some sort of, I need to go to the mountains and not talk to anybody, but I see that spirit is just wonderful.
Valentine's Day is my favorite day because I love hearts.
Yay. You love my little kitty, so I bet that is ass.
You mean Hello Kitty?
Oh.
Is that what you meant?
I did.
I used to love Hello Kitty. I am not really a Hello Kitty lover anymore.
We
I don't know.
We have permission to change, right?
Right.
Change our love.
Good thing I never got a tattoo of her. That'd be horrible.
Oh boy.
Get rid of it.
Yeah. So there's a lot of spirits and angels right now surrounding you, listeners. And so when you open your heart, you take that pad of paper and you ask what they're telling you. Also, you can draw. Some people looks like they're drawing. Some it's just a sensation. There is an older lady. I'm not going to say the ages. I'm not sure, and I've never met this energy before in this lifetime. But they're surrounding you, and there is a grandpa that is going to help you with something in your lower intestines. So just allow those tingly and the kind of crampy feelings to move out, so that it will like feel like you have really bad gas or windy. Let it happen, and then let it out, literally. And you're going to feel this release of whatever is happening in your lower intestines. And then love your grandpa for being there.
Yeah. I love that you said writing, because a lot of times it's easier to connect if you don't feel comfortable connecting with your ancestors. Start writing, like get in the space, like Nicole was guiding us, go into your own space with the breathing, getting into this state. And then start writing. Just allow them to write for you, and they will deliver a message for you. They will. They will. As long as you're open to it and you ask,
so you
will get it.
Do spaghetti arms, like in Dirty Dancing. Just spaghetti arms, and allow your hand to write. You'll be surprised at the things that seem silly that actually start inspiring and changing your life. These things that you step into and you're like, hey, I'm going to try it. Why not? Why not?
And then once they get you, it's on. You're going to have to deliver a message to the girl you just passed and mail a letter over here. And the more you fight them, I'm just going to tell you, you're going to lose. So just give in now.
And there is quite a few people that are going to listen now or in the future. And it doesn't matter when, because time knows no space and distance. And when you're listening in the future, then you're just, it showed up in your perfect timing. So start writing, go follow with the angel or the angels, and the energy will be right there to guide you. And they're just telling everybody it is time to live like you're living. Yes. Like, love the life you're living. And it's because I feel like what some big, huge energy right now is saying, you lived in suffering long enough. That's been the reign of the world. And right now, you've been literally sludging through it for months. So you're in your space. Most of you, you're limited at this, you're limited at that. Well, guess what? Maybe physically in your house, but you have unlimited access to you and who you are and what you are capable of. And now is the perfect time to practice. So We're very excited. Next week,
Very excited.
send us some things that you may want us to talk about. Some people say ascension symptoms they want to share with that, so we can talk. Still have this guided radio. Still have some spirits come through. I think I only do 1 or 2 because it does give me a little bit of a headache, but I love it and I encourage it. But being in this where we're at, it just gives a little headache. So we'll do a couple of readings and then talk about ascension releasing and some relief for that process through Pillar of Light and whatever comes through. And any other suggestions, you can email me at energyhealingbydesign@gmail.com and
April Betty at handshealinghearts.com.
And if you have any questions or anything, you can call 435-319-0951, and that is my office. Have the most amazing day, and we are so excited to see you next week.
You've been listening to Return to Consciousness with your host, Nicole Ashton.